don't need the need for speed.
There's a darkness inside me. It wants to get out, wants to walk around. It wants some walking around money. It wants to buy some shoes. It wants to walk up to people and say, hey, Gator don't play no shit. You feel me?
But Johnny, it's over. Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
As your attorney, I advise you to take a hint out of the little brown bottle in my shaving kit.
Showtime.
And now, straight out of Silvis, Illinois, the Circle Jerks themselves, Jeg Scott and Zippy Gold.
All right, I'm Zippy Gone.
I'm Jeg Scott. How's everybody doing tonight?
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, ready for episode 18, I believe.
All right, let's get her done. Listen to our little music we got going on here.
Thank you, Jacob Lazot, for that. YouTube. Lazot. YouTube.
You decide. All right, today we got a couple of different things we're going to talk about. Racetracks. Got some racetrack talking we're going to be doing. Tire sauce. We're going to have a little conversation about some tire sauce.
Gotta like that sauce stuff.
Yeah, saucy. All kinds of different sauces out there now. Going to talk about wind gusts, things we don't factor from indoor to outdoor racing.
Things you should be paying attention to.
Yeah, or, yeah. Tips and tricks today.
I'm excited for that. It's been a while.
Got one for you. Let's see. What do you got?
Well, I don't have too much. Of course, I got some upcoming stuff. And I want to talk about, like, what is your ideal race day? I know everybody's different. And, what I mean by that is, like, what everything, like, what is your complete ideal day of a good race? Not just the fact that you win. Of course, that's everybody's ideal day. So we'll get into some of that a little bit later, too. So other than that, I just got just some random stuff. You know me.
Well, I think we got a good show. And we are going to have a guest.
We do?
He's, a guest.
Oh, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, should be.
Is he the Stig?
He's a newbie.
Is his name, let me see.
That I spread my butt cheeks is Mike Honcho.
Is that who's coming on the show? It could be.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, man. What else did I have? Oh, okay. I wanted to talk about just races and showing up to different races, about even with points races and stuff like that.
So you mean like somebody who's maybe an out-of-towner to that point series and just wants to come up and race at that track, you mean? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pros and cons of why they might go or might not go.
Yeah.
Just my theory on it. And then I was going to talk about time. Time does not equal being good.
Oh, not that kind of time. Okay.
Yeah, time served. Just because you've been doing something for a set amount of years does not mean that you're good.
Aha.
You know what I mean? Just like the people I work with.
Man, that's completely true, too.
You have 15 years of sucking you as far as I'm concerned,
It's really about how hard do you want to, or how much pride do you take in what you're doing and pay attention to,
Right.
The details of your job.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with how long you've been there.
No. And then we got a lot of, I work with a lot of good guys too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's always split house though.
Yeah.
With everybody. So that's just something else I was going to talk about, is about time served and stuff like that. Just because somebody's been doing it for a long time doesn't mean that they have good habits or that they, you know what I mean? There's a lot of knowledge there. There's a lot to be passed on there, but it's not always, the gold standard of what we have going on now.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
But a lot of it is still relevant, so I don't want it to sound like it's not. Let's see. we're going to get our guests involved with a lot of these questions as well,
Okay.
because I feel like that's a lot more fun. So, what do you think? Is that a lot more fun?
Yeah, absolutely. But before we get started, I got something.
First things first, where's your shitter? I've got a turtle head poking out.
Yeah, I got to take care of something real quick, so.
No problem, buddy.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'm all about getting more guests on the show, of course. I love talking, and it makes more of a wide variety of what we're doing here,
Totally.
Hopefully, like I said, we maybe get some, who knows what we'll get on here, but whoever's brave enough to come on the show.
I think plenty of people are brave enough. I think just as we're expanding here, we're trying new things. This is a new thing that we're trying tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So bear with us, and,
With that said, I think we better bring him
it,
on.
Lars.
Bring him on, man. He's got his shades on, shirt off.
Yeah.
You guys are unfortunately
Looking
cannot
good.
see this guy.
Yeah, you can't see him, but he's dressed the part, folks.
Boy, I'm impressed.
Look like he's in his birthday suit.
Man, he's ready to win a race tomorrow.
Man, looking snazzy.
Well, you better tell him who it is.
All right, so without any further ado, we're going to bring to you Joe Fish.
Oh, wrong button. Oh, man. Sound guy's already jacking it. Wait,
There we
Oh,
go.
that's
That's more like it.
way better.
Sound guy.
Sorry, Joe. It's dark in here, man. He's got like the sexy time lights on,
Oh, no.
Hold on, let me get my sexy time lights
Well, you
on.
got your shirt off already.
Yeah, unta over the... Yeah,
Sexy time.
Oh, man. Now you got a glow around you.
yeah. So we got a rookie over here. He's probably got, I would say, 10 races under his belt. Less than 10 races under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting into it and getting into it heavy like a lot of other people. Everybody's been there at that point in time. Where you're trying to get everything that you need, and you're getting into the entry-level classes, whether it's street stocks or, in his case, Midwest Modifieds that we run here local.
Ooh,
They're,
That's
what,
a 17.5?
is
is that-
it 17.5?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And so it kind of gives it that nice, blend for the beginners
Mhm.
before they decides to take whatever route they're going to go, whether it's, SE mod or if it's going to be one of the 10 scale directions with like late model or sprint car, for instance.
Oh, it's a great way to move up. I mean, you want to move up slowly in this deal. I mean, when you make the big jumps, I think it shows. You really struggle a little bit. I mean, some people, of course, come out hot, when they do that, but
Oh, yeah.
most don't.
No, it's a humbling experience the first couple of times.
Right.
He recently went to a bigger event. He went to Mississippi Battleground, and get to see what a bigger event is all about, see what the prep is like, and I think that's a good learning experience for anybody, especially early on.
Well, how'd you feel about that, Joe, when you went down to that big-ass race down there with us? I mean, like, how did it feel when you came in the door of that place?
There was a lot of prep I put into that race, being my first race back into the RC world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I talked a pretty good game leading up to that race. And, when we got down there, I started seeing the competition, and I'm not going to lie, I got a little nervous. The competition in my division, which was the novice street stock division down there. It was not a real big turnout for that class, but there was some stiff competition in that class, and I definitely got nervous when I seen what I was up against down there.
Definitely.
I mean, them 8 and 9 year old kids, man, they were flying around that track.
Yes, they were. Well, I wasn't trying to bring that up, Joe. I just
9-year-old
you went right for it, so
flying.
I wasn't trying to bring that part up, buddy. But
Hey, man, I ended up going home with some hardware.
Yeah, you
I let
did.
my kids play with it. They play with Play-Doh on the backside of that thing. Flip it over. It's a nice big board. They smash out their Play-Doh fries on that thing nicely.
Hey,
That's so sweet of you.
your first big race, man. You got hardware. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
That'll keep you coming back.
There's a lot of people out there who just chase that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not all true. You know, before I got into this dirt oval thing, I did do a little off-road racing. And, you know, I got a third place back when Leisure Hours used to have the track over there in the Expert 17.5 class. Third place, got the plaque and everything.
Nice.
You know, the three of us racing in that class that day, it was battling back and forth between the two guys in front of me. And I just kind of followed them all day. And, hey, took a piece of hardware home. Nobody can't say I didn't take third place that day.
It's kind of followed.
Well, sounds like you're on a tear, man. I mean, this guy gets on the track, he comes home with plaques.
He's looking for the tree-peat. What's
Man.
Mr. 3?
Sounds like we're in trouble tomorrow.
You get me out there for a big race, I'm Mr. Clutch.
Mr.
I perform.
He's got some stiff competition headed his
Sounds
way.
like he's all roostering up like a hey man, he's a proud man over there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so we're all getting together at Thunder Road tomorrow.
Yep.
Joe's been there how many times, Joe? What, 2, 3?
I've been in the hobby shop once.
So you never raced on the track yet?
I raced on their indoor off-road track one time.
Yeah.
Indoor.
Yeah, that was a good day too. I think I went out there and Zippy threw together a truck with some old parts he had lying around in a box. And
he's got a
there
lot
was
of
this
those.
other guy out there, Mike Murphy or something like that. He was
who knows
racing
who
in the
that
same
is?
class with us.
Yeah.
And same thing out there, you know, I pretty much just watched the battle from the back, just trying to pick up and learn as much as I could from the back of everybody. And then I think when Murph would come around, I would just get out of his way. I almost had him on the last turn one time in this race, like 3 years ago at Wildman. I think I had him. And then he kind of took me out in the last turn.
Wait a minute. Wait, whoa. You did some racing at Wildman's?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I did like 3 laps out there one day.
Okay.
Moons ago.
Just doing a little fun or
Practice,
something? You were in
yeah.
town or something?
Just practicing.
Cool.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? It was real loose down there, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Super
it was
loose.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was when he had his, I think he had a mod set up. He had a nice setup there. He was buying all the expensive hardware back then. He had himself a nice Tekin RSX. First time I'm ever driving a race car on a dirt oval. Like my 5th lap in, this thing just stops driving.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, what? Yeah, we blew the ESC up.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a lot of coin down the drain there.
That's what happens when you solder the capacitor on backwards.
Oof. No!
This is why I give you the pro tips. Try to save your money, buddy.
Even the pros make mistakes.
Well, that's how you become it.
You're an idiot.
Say it again.
You're an idiot.
That's true.
Oh, boy. Too much
All right.
fun. Yeah, I've done that actually myself. I did it on a Tekin RS, so I can't like not lie. I did it too.
Same.
Yep.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Tekin's not real obvious with, they could be a little bit more obvious with how to solder them things on.
Mm-hmm.
Half the instructions are in Japanese.
Yeah, they are. And that's supposed to be the high dollar stuff. You'd think they'd have that info for you.
I thought I had
Should
it.
already be soldered on there.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
The reading's already soldered on there, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Boom.
Sounds like we're onto something here.
Man, I was on the Reedy products before anybody was on the Reedy products.
Whoa.
Before anybody. Huh?
I mean, who turned you on to it?
What was that?
I like that
Where'd
one.
that come from?
Well, one topic, one of our guests, it was a huge fan, actually.
Nice.
He's huge fan. I'm going to give you a little Donald Trump reference there. He's huge fan. And the numbers show that he's a fan. So, the best, he's a fan.
Good.
Yeah.
Love that.
Just kidding with you. But the question is how many tracks is too many tracks or enough tracks in an area before you have too many?
That's a really good topic. it's a tough one to talk about because we want, as many opportunities to race everywhere we can, but on the other side, you're flooding the market like we've talked about before.
Diluting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good way to say it too. Yep.
Yeah. You're diluting the market. And it's been hard with, I think there's many factors there. Like the whole, COVID thing, and that's affected people racing, and everybody's got a trophy race right now. Everybody has a trophy race going on.
Well, I think everybody's trying to pick up their
for
numbers.
Lost time.
Yeah,
they're making up for lost time.
And
So
some money, which is understandable.
But it's hard for racers to choose and pick where they want to go. So I think the overall quality of racing it's going to be down.
It's getting thinned out.
Yeah, I don't mean that in all areas, but obviously your big races are still your big races. Like KDOC this weekend. Good luck to the Triple X guys going this weekend.
Yeah, get them, boys.
Yep, have fun. Obviously, yeah, that race is pretty prestigious. It's been around for a while. A lot of talent is going to be showing up to that race.
Mm-hmm.
Track transitions big throughout the day, and I mean that's going to be probably the biggest race going on in the country this weekend, I would think.
I don't like that state. I'm staying out of there.
Uh,
Every time I go to that state, I don't do very well at all. So
no, it doesn't seem to work out well, does it?
No. Well, good luck to everybody that race this week. I hope the weather works out. Hope you guys have a beautiful weekend for racing. So
I think they should be good.
Yeah.
But how many tracks is too many tracks?
I don't know. To be honest, I mean, I had that issue when I tried to open up my own track here locally. I got super close, and we had another local track that wasn't too far away, and I respected everything about that, but we just could not come to the communication together to work anything out, and so my track didn't get built, so it's people don't like competition, right? No. And I think that's what owners of tracks instantly think that is, not friendship, but competition.
Right.
Well,
yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I yeah, totally. I can see that. I mean, there's a number of variables there. I mean, when you have a lot more options, obviously it makes you more picky.
Yep.
So you can pick and choose then when you want to go race. And I think the only thing, man, there's so many different variables of people out there, right? Some guys travel because they want to go find the best guys to race.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys travel because they want to go get a plaque.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys travel because they want to go visit their best buds,
mm-hmm.
Or there's a good spot to eat, or, their travels brought them there.
And some guys have to travel because they don't have local tracks.
Right. So there's a number of variables.
Mm-hmm.
But just being the fact that you can be picky and choosy where you want to go race, that makes it difficult for everybody to have good numbers.
Well, yeah, for sure.
This weekend, I mean, look how many races are going on.
Well, like I said, everybody's trying to pack them in.
Get them in now, right?
I mean, well, this is something new for all of us to deal with. So, I mean, I understand, these tracks have been sitting dormant now for, 3-4 months. And they're going to need that money. And hopefully we can just get back to normal next year and get some of this, these tracks back to working together and stuff. And hopefully.
And they'll get, I mean, it should. I just want the quality of racers showing up to all the tracks to be, pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It helps us grow.
Mm-hmm.
Helps the better guys get better. The rookie guys get better. It helps everybody get better. The level of racing is obviously, I think, brought to a new level when you have a lot of those veteran racers there, and the rookies and the guys have been in there for, just getting their feet wet with the sportsman classes. They're ready to move on.
Mhm.
They're looking for guidance, and it's important to have a lot of those guys for the options.
Well, and the veterans are there to help too. You know, if you're at a track where it's you don't have that veteran, everybody's just kind of struggling what they're learning as they're going. But if you do have a couple of veterans there, they'll help, and get everybody on the same page,
Absolutely.
which is great.
So I don't know how many tracks it's to be.
And what's weird about what it two zip is I've noticed like everybody almost builds like the same kind of track. I mean, it might vary a little bit in size kind of thing, but either you have like a Martinsville type design or, more like a sweeping turn, like almost
Yeah.
like a tri-old almost thing.
There's a lot of guys that don't want to push their track prep program, or they don't know how to. And what I mean
Right.
by that is that's why you don't see more progressive banked racetracks.
Okay.
And true progressive banked racetracks. I'm not talking about what some people are passing off as a banked racetrack. It's not. I mean, it's
Fumble.
really not. I mean, you need to have a substantial amount of dirt. The low line needs to be 0 degrees to, -1 degree to 2 degrees on the bottom side for at least 3 feet. And then you need to progressively move up. So progressive is from your 0 degree onwards to some kind of degree to where I know we went to about 15
I think it was
degrees.
more than that. When
In
it
the
started,
middle of the track was 15
Yeah.
to 17,
Yep.
and then by the time you got to the top side, it was
Yes.
28.
it was beautiful.
So you're talking about a progressive transition there, which does allow for multi-lane racing.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody wants to fight over the same patch of dirt.
No,
And
it's
it makes
not fun.
racing boring. What about the guy who doesn't have the money that a lot of the guys have in their program, but he can set a car up and he can't push his equipment to run maybe the bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
He has a car that's comfortable with running mid to high, but the tracks that we run don't suit that.
None of them.
So he's out to lunch. He quits racing because that's out of his budget.
Can't afford it. Yep.
Right. So I think like that really true progressive bank racetrack is an equalizer.
Nice. Well, okay, so I'm looking at that while I'm listening to you, and so I'm thinking about is the reason I'm looking at why they probably don't do this too much is because they're barely probably making enough money already,
Yeah.
to stay open,
Yeah.
and because you know how that is too with that,
Yeah.
as far as the hours you put into it, this and that. So it'd be more about somebody who is so like you were, like was so dedicated to it, and what was nice is you set up a little team, and everybody had their job, but you had that support to help with that. A lot of these guys don't, so they don't want to put into that, 10 to 12 hours a week, maybe more than that sometimes, working on it. So I can kind of see that, but on the other hand, it's like if you have the passion like we do for good racing, I believe that this should be done more. I mean, I don't mind racing down for that bottom line. I mean, it's fun, but we don't need to do it at every track.
And that's why I think that it needs to be more diverse if you're going to
Yeah.
have that many different racetracks.
Yes.
That would be the intrigue, right? And then some kind of point series. I mean, if we're going to have all these racetracks, they should be able to get together on the same page and say, let's do a 5-track series. Let's do a 6-track series, whatever it is. Let's find out who's good everywhere,
Right.
not just one track.
What do you think about that, Joe? As like a entry level guy, you're just getting into this. I mean, how would you like be interested in traveling around to different tracks that were involved in like a point series type thing together? Or would you want to stay local and do like a point series there?
Well, I mean, tomorrow is going to be my first point series race at Thunder Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't raced in any point series races locally. So,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it would be cool. Like if you had a couple tracks that were all within a certain radius that all did their own point series, so you could travel from track to track to track. This way you're not having guys that, maybe live close to the track that are going up there 2-3 nights a week, getting dialed in on their home track, and you're going out there and you don't have a chance from the start.
Exactly.
Now you're forcing these guys to come out to maybe a track closer to your house, maybe a track that you got more hours on, and it's a totally different story when you get them in your home field.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, Joe.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah. Yep. See, that's why I asked, because I wouldn't have looked at it that way. So, yeah.
That is good. It's true.
You know me, Jags. I'm always looking for the competitive advantage, brother.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we're all out here doing, right?
Looking for the edge.
Boom.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier for your buddies, too, Yeah, like you said. You can go visit a friend that lives over here, or, your buddies that lives here, and it's their local track. And, yeah, I just think it'd make the racing a lot better. I mean, like, you look at some of the bigger series, and, like the Lucas series, or any of them. I mean, they travel around the different racetracks.
Right.
So,
right.
That's really the high echelon of what we're doing.
Right, and they run all the same rules.
Yep.
Same tires.
Same.
Same. That's obviously that's another issue that comes up. It's like, it's cool that new tracks open, but it's like, well, all right, you got that one rule that's different from everybody else. You almost did it, yet, and it's like, come on.
I know, that can really fudge the bucket there.
Yeah, because then it's like, let's just use tires, for example, because that's usually what it is. And it's like, man, now I have to buy this one set of tires just to go to this track,
right?
Or buy multiple sets of that one tire just to go there. Who knows, Yeah. And that's why people wouldn't do it.
It's true.
You're talking about a $130, $140 investment, just for tires to go to a new track.
Man. So. It's not cheap. All right. Do you got any questions for our guests here? You said you got some questions here. Kind of curious about this myself.
We'll figure out something for him. But
oh, shoot.
Where are we going to go first? So, all right, give me an example that you set a goal, Joe, and you were able to meet it and achieve it in RC racing. Because I know you did I know you're new into 10th scale, but you did do some, were you in like the little guys, like the micro, like road racing type cars and stuff back in the days?
So I started race. Well, yeah. I mean, besides bashing RC cars back in the day, like my first taste of actual racing was in Mini Z's in a garage. Like I ran into this dude at the hobby shop, and they had a track set up in there, and this guy walked in, and he was buying stuff out of the case, and I'm checking out these little cars, and he starts talking about them. He had me sold in like the first 30 seconds he was talking about them. So me and a buddy each bought a car, and he told us where they were racing in a garage. And dude, we just started racing from like 10 o'clock at night until 4 in the morning every weekend. And
damn.
I would say within probably 2 weeks, it got to the point to where I was winning every race.
Duh.
And I mean,
winning.
There was nobody in the garage that could touch me.
Nice.
I got my car dialed in, and the racing, after a couple weeks of me winning every race for 6 hours every Friday night, guys get sick of losing, and we started losing guys, and next thing you know, we couldn't race in that garage anymore, and the track moved, which was probably the best thing that ever happened to the track, because it moved into a garage that was twice the size, and it really opened up the racing even more and brought more people around. Got Zippy involved. He bought a car, and he's seen the domination that I laid on everybody. I mean,
big hairy American winning machine over there.
Domination.
In the Mini world for a long time, I was unstoppable, and
he is my concho.
I don't know why I can't transfer that over into the bigger cars, but for some reason you put a bigger car in my hand, and I don't know, man. Maybe I'm made to just drive little cars around. Come on,
more power. I mean,
it's a lot different. You got so much more ride height, so much more to deal with. The car moves a lot more. I mean, you were just on those teeny little springs. I'm imagining, they weren't even shocks, right?
On road too. So I mean, it's on road and you're using the softest tires they got and you're stuck to the track. I mean, as long as you got the right line and a strong motor, there ain't nobody that's going to beat
Likes
you if
all
you
that
don't make
grip.
any mistakes.
Right. That's cool. I've never done that. I mean, I had the little 1RC car that I have, which I know it's a lot different and everything, but it was a lot of fun to race. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it actually before. I'd probably like racing those with you guys.
Oh yeah.
The little mini Z's you were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about, but you said they're hard to get now.
Oh, no, I found somewhere you can. Yeah.
Oh.
It is happening.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Winter League, huh?
They just debuted new chassis, but that's not
Gotta
dirt
find
oval.
ourselves some track.
Do it.
Do it. Just wheel time. Wheel time.
Do
Wheel
it.
time. So whatever you guys are doing out there, no matter what you're doing, just get some wheel time.
Yes. It
You know,
helps so much.
It's important, whatever avenue you're doing.
Yep.
We are dirt oval, but we love RC. So whatever you're doing, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So Joe, I got one other question for you real quick, buddy. So this is gonna be a tough one because you're new to this so far. So what is your weakness as a 10th scale RC racer so far? Like, what do you where do you feel your weakest part of your program is?
Start taking
I
notes
would-
on this dominant figure, folks.
He's
I would
dominating.
say right now my biggest weakness is car setup. I
Yeah.
just don't understand a lot of what the tuning is going into the car yet.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't know how to make changes based. I could tell you what the car is doing, and then he can make the changes. I give him the car. Here you go, fix this. This is what it's doing. This is what I want it to do.
And he's really good at
I'm
listening.
learning. I'm learning. At least, it's nice now when I watch him make adjustments on the car, and then I actually go and feel the adjustment, and then I start understanding, okay, this is why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great answer.
So, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. This is exactly why I do it.
Yep. Zippy helps us, enabled us to be able to do.
He's
try
going
it.
to make a mistake and teach me too much here pretty soon. though.
Never.
Oh, I'm on the cusp of that there, my man. I'm telling you.
Never.
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
Just when the
should've
boys
seen me
think you're
lighten
getting
him
close,
up.
I'm gonna snatch it from
You
you.
should have seen me lighten him up on the F1 game the other day.
Oh boy.
I had to take it easy on him.
Yeah, these two boys play online video games a lot with each other. Very competitive.
You gotta chum the waters there.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, actually. It really is.
Well, that's why we do these things. We're competitive guys, A lot of
Absolutely.
us are. No, even if you're having fun, I find fun in the competition and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
it's just one of those things that keeps us ticking, and it's an enjoyable hobby. I mean, you can't tell me your heart rate. What's your heart rate spike to on your little watch there when you go racing?
Man, as I was watching them kids fly by me down in Mississippi, my heart rate had to have been a solid 250.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Pumped out
Nah,
his
for real though,
chest.
probably. I mean, you could feel it going, and it's like you could feel it in your chest, you could feel it in your neck, you could feel it in your wrist. The
Yeah.
blood's pumping through your whole body. Your feet go numb.
Yeah, they
Like you've
do.
been sitting on the toilet for too long when you first stand up.
Yep. Start shaking.
You can't. Your mouth is dry. You got 3 pieces of Bazooka Joe in your mouth. It ain't doing shit. And you're just up there on the stand trying not to shake.
There's a damn bug to land on your arm that's just messing
Nah,
with
they
you.
always go right in your eyeball.
Well, that too, yeah.
Dog shit and pistachios up there.
Oh. It's always the worst when someone farts on the driver's stand. It's not good.
Oh, fair warning. I ain't holding in nothing for nobody.
Oh, we're all masked up, I think, huh?
All right, Joe. So I got another question for you, my man. And we ask everybody this one. It's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Joe, if you could be a superhero, who would it be and why?
Oh,
Interesting.
If I could be a superhero, who would it be and why? I mean, let's just, it's not who could I be, it's who am I? I'm the Incredible Hulk, dude. I smash through
Whoa.
walls. I beat down doors. There's no finesse in this guy.
Oh, boy.
Straightforward. I'm coming for you.
I like
how
it. Man, I love it. Hulk smash.
Smash. That's too funny.
Well, that's my guy too, Joe. So I guess we're gonna be like the Hulk twins. I'm like,
I've seen how you drive. You do drive like the Hulk.
yeah, I do. Don't mess around. Don't give me that spot because I'm going for it.
Just a glimpse of
warning
hope.
you right
Don't give
now.
him that glimpse of hope. He's shooting the gap,
Victory's on the other side of your car that just went up a half a move. I'm going under you, baby.
and you equal 8 tires.
Yeah. I'm going to get a sticker for the side of my car that says the gap. This way, when you're shooting the gap, Jegs, wham, right into the side of the car there.
We were cellmates together, Andy. You got payback.
That's right, Joe. That's you.
I didn't hear any of that.
You got payback coming.
Payback coming. Got payback coming.
You guys cut me out from the zingers.
Yep.
That was our plan the whole time.
Looking for the competitive edge. I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
I can't take all the laps.
What else you got?
Well, you know, I'm looking through here.
Got some zingers over there.
By the way, your White Sox are getting killed right now.
Let's not talk about it.
Okay, I got something.
$5.
Did
10-5.
did you know? Did you know a flock of crows is known as a murder? How about that?
No. I
Look at
didn't
that.
know
You just learned something today.
There we go.
Thank you, Jegs.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And then another one. Here you go. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig.
You gotta own 2?
It's because guinea pigs are social animals and they are considered victims of abuse if they're left alone. Victims of abuse.
In Switzerland?
Yeah.
Man, the
Yeah,
Swiss
that
are
big
on
one
it.
is awesome.
So wait a minute. So would that be GLM? Guinea? No, it'd be GPLM.
Guinea pigs matter.
Guinea pigs life matters.
Yeah.
I said it.
Starting the movement.
For the guineas.
Getting big
Oh,
guinea
okay.
pig stuff.
All right, one more zinger for you.
All right.
Did you know banging your head against the wall for an hour burns 150 calories?
What's it do to your head?
Well, who cares? You just lost 150 calories. That's exercising, bro.
I'm okay with being husky.
Well, if you're looking for a little edge to get some weight off you, real quick,
Very
there you go.
Midwestern build. Blocky. Yeah. Starting to look like a Lego guy.
Man, that's too good. I got
Straight down. Just at the shirt pants. The whole thing. Shirt pants.
Whoa.
I'm gonna start wearing overalls and shit.
All right. So another one I said earlier in the show when we got started. I want to
Okay.
bring this up. So, Joe, what is your ideal race day?
Oh, good question.
And I'm talking like the whole deal, Joe. Like,
Ooh.
what's your, not just, like I said, I don't care that you win the race. Of course, that's a given. I want to know, like, when you wake up in the morning, what gets you, what gets you in that race mood? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just, I want to hear it. What do you got?
What do you got?
Well, every great day starts off with a great dump.
There you go.
Okay.
So here's the first thing I'm doing
Man.
is I got to get caught up on the day first thing in the morning. So I go right to my office.
Bloop.
And I get on my phone and I start looking some stuff up. I got to wake up, get the sleep out of my eyes. And I'm hoping that I don't have to struggle. And it's just an easy, and I'm done.
Nature takes effect, huh?
Hit the fart button on that little red box you got
Where's
there.
she at? Uh-oh.
Perfect. That's how I like to start my perfect race day. Then after that, I like to unwind a little bit, in a certain way. And I just relax. I'm an early riser, so usually I'm up by 5 in the morning.
Okay,
pretty
so
much every day.
So, like, you're like the racer who, yeah, obviously we know you. You are early animal, which is ridiculous. But so you're like the guy that likes to see the sun coming up, like at the track kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at the golf course. I like to see the sun coming up at the golf course. Squeeze in a quick 9, maybe.
Yeah.
Here's my ideal race day, Jegs, not
Okay.
yours. Let me finish my story here.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
So, you know, let's say, for instance, I'm going to the golf course tomorrow before I come out to the racetrack. So maybe tomorrow will be my ideal race day. Who knows?
And then those kids
So
will
I
go
wake
flying
up
by
early.
you.
I get up out on the course. Maybe I play 9 holes, shoot 5 to 6 under par.
Over.
You know, head on over to the Dunkin' Donuts, get myself a nice coffee and a breakfast sandwich. And
Donut
now
holes.
I'm already up early enough, so now I'm not rushing. I go home.
You're American.
I look at my. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You got a button on that red box for a zinger there.
Yeah.
He hit me, Jags. You're 30
doing
seconds
with
behind.
the
We'll fix
sound
this
guy?
in post. We'll fix this in post.
No.
You just add it in
got
afterwards.
Blooper.
Maybe that's
But anyways, so like I said, I
Uh-oh.
like to be up early, so I'm not rushing around. I don't like to rush for anything. So ideal race day. I finished my 9 holes. I shot 5 to 6 under par.
Wait a minute. And you haven't eaten any food yet?
No.
Really?
I don't usually eat my first meal of the day, and you know I'm up early every day for work, but we don't take break until 10 o'clock.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So that's
All
why
right.
I say after I'm done with my round of golf, I go to the Dunkin' Donuts, I get a coffee, a breakfast sandwich. Now
Okay.
I'm home. I'm looking at my pit bag. On my ideal race day, I got everything in my pit bag. I know it's there. I've checked it 17 times because I got OCD, and I know I'll look at my remote in my pit bag, and I'll close the drawer, and then I'll go back and look 6 more times just to make sure it's in there, even though I know before I open the drawer it's going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal race day now, we go back to that. I'm at the track. I got all my stuff. I get set up. I'm early. There's nobody there. I get on the track. I run 3 laps. The car's dialed. I already know.
He's dominating.
We come up to qualifying. I TQ every class I'm in.
Perfect.
Which tomorrow I'll be running in the street stock class and the Midwest mod class. So if anybody listens to this before the race tomorrow, the Incredible Hulk fish is coming for you.
Ooh, I like.
Poop talk has begun.
Man.
It's not poop talk. I'm just a confident person. That's
Bench
how I roll.
racing for sure.
Oof.
So, you know, I show up, I TQ in every class I'm running in. And, you know, if it's my ideal race day, I'm in front in every race I'm running in. There's no one even close to me. And then we come down to the mains. I start out in front, and I run away with it from the beginning, and no one's close. I walk away with all the hardware, and, you know, the 8 and 9-year-old kids are left in the corner crying somewhere. I will get my revenge.
He's got to get his revenge on those kids that did
You
him
know,
dirty
and,
there.
you know, I just want to say one thing. When we went down there, like I said, I'm super competitive. I lost to 8 and 9-year-old kids. These kids can drive a damn car.
Yes.
No joke. You know, if they would have raced in the class with the adults, they would have beat 5 other guys. They're lucky they didn't race in the class with the kids because they would have been embarrassed like I was. These kids can drive a race car.
There's no doubt.
But, you know, me being a competitive person, when they handed me the plaque, I walked across the track, and I was going to rob these kids of having a picture with an older man that they just mopped the floor with.
Yep.
And you know what? They're so nice down there. The guy's calling me on the microphone, and I'm just trying to walk away from him. But, you know, you guys were telling me before we got down there how nice everybody was. And as this guy's calling me on the mic, I couldn't walk away from him. I turned around. I sucked it up. I went back. I took a picture with those kids that kicked my ass. And me being who I am, I will get my revenge on these kids. Maybe not, but eventually these kids are going to be racing with us. And when they're racing with us, I'm like, hey, remember that time you kicked my ass? That ain't happening today.
Oh, man.
Duh. Winning.
All right. Well, that's a pretty awesome race day there.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I mean, hey, you know, I'll give him one of these. I'm a complete opposite than that. Mine, I'm gonna shorten mine way up. I loved all the detail, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But no, mine's more just I like seeing the sun go down myself. I'm a night guy, and temperatures go down, and I like the moisture coming up in the track.
Ooh.
So I like seeing that sun go down. Seeing those last heats rolling out right about that time. I love having music playing in the trailer with my friend, and as far as where my car ends up, of course I want to win. Of course. But if I can drive my car and I'm having fun driving my car, that's all I really want. And if I don't finish, good, well, I was happy driving the car, so that'd be my day, and then having some beers after the races are over with everybody. That's always fun. Love talking shit with everybody.
That's the best part.
It sure is. So I'm a night guy. So where are you at, Zip? He's morning. I'm night. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm more at the night. I mean, I like tomorrow, like when we're racing, and then in the afternoon, I'll be my happiest.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy just being at the racetrack. I mean, not when I'm not doing good, obviously. Like, when you're at the racetrack, I get pretty serious, so it might look like I'm, I don't know. I just get pretty zoned out and doing what I'm doing.
Me too.
So,
yeah.
No, I mean, my ideal race day, though, is, every time I get to race on the set, I enjoy it. I just enjoy being at the racetrack, wherever.
Talking race cars, racing race cars.
Yeah. It keeps me away from all the other negative shit going on,
Mm-hmm.
Feels like nothing else exists for that time being.
Absolutely.
Makes
no
it
worries.
enjoyable, Kind of takes you away. That's what's enjoyable about it,
Mm-hmm.
Just how fucking chaotic everything is now.
Well,
I don't enjoy it. So, playing with my toy cars, that's your one time to go chillax with your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And go kick their butt in some toy cars if you can. If you can't, well, at least you had fun then. But
Yep. If you finished the day with your car running, and you gave it your best, you should pretty much be happy with the day.
or if you just had a good race, you had some good racing going on.
Mhm.
I won't say I've been upset about that.
Oh,
So
dude, it happens. Like
Yeah.
you said, we're all competitive. That
Super
comes out in
competitive.
us, of course.
All of us.
We're sitting at a bench right now talking to the mic, but yeah.
I'm gonna be pulling trigger tomorrow, though.
Yeah, and it might be a different story.
Yeah. Kimosabe. So it kind of leads me into my next topic with Joe. Is he's Kid Dynamite over here. So time doesn't really equate to being good, does it? Just because you've been doing something a certain period of time doesn't make you good. So, some guy can say, "Oh, I've been doing this for this amount of years." Well, that doesn't really matter.
How hard have you been doing it?
Yeah, are you good at it? Are you know what I mean? Anybody's been doing it that long, you should be really setting some examples. So,
Mhm.
And some guys don't, some guys do. Some guys do their part above and beyond.
Oh, absolutely.
But I do scratch my noodles sometimes when I've seen somebody's been doing it for an extended period of time and they're really not getting the message, I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean it in a mean way. It's just, what are you doing if you're just going to be half-assed? This is one of those things where you kind of got to put a little bit of effort into. If you don't want to put that much effort in your program, there's other classes that people can get into. Maybe sprint and like some of those high-end classes you shouldn't get involved with.
I agree.
Right? Maybe keep it more simple.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't want to do the maintenance of your car and and really take it serious, and then there's plenty of classes you can get into that you just come and show up, put the car on the track, and race.
I didn't start off with sprint car and a late model.
Nope.
Started off with a street stock. That's the first car I had. Street stock.
Well, I started off with late model.
What'd you have?
My first car was a street stock.
Street stock.
Boom.
See? Gotta get your feet wet. Can't go swimming in the ocean with the sharks. You never don't know how to swim. You know? You gotta start off in that bathtub. Right?
With a little bit of bubbles.
Little bubbles. You
With
know?
some bath salts in there for your calluses on your feet and stuff.
We just had them wind up toys, you know? I was poor folk. So you just had this wind up toy. You just let it rip in the bathtub and just bounce it off, you know, all the tubs.
Yeah.
You know? That was, I guess, your first. That's where it starts, isn't it?
I don't know. For me, I raced dirt bikes and stuff. Like I said, I wasn't into stock car racing or anything before this.
Man.
Slot cars.
Yeah.
Slot cars.
I wasn't
Little
even into
slot
that.
cars, man. I remember, the little like Hot Wheel sized slot car as a kid. Everybody had their own car. One guy was a big Jeff Gordon fan. He would always come over with this Jeff Gordon car, and it was the slowest turd car of all of them. Nothing against Jeff Gordon. I like Jeff Gordon, but this dude loved Jeff Gordon. He would never use any other car. He was just happy to have Jeff out there. There you go, Jeff.
This
It's
is
a
your
victory
tribute.
lap.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, did you know that a snake can help predict an earthquake?
Fun tip, fun fact.
They can sense a coming earthquake from 75 miles away and up to 5 days before it happens.
Wow.
I hate snakes. Fuck snakes.
Don't like snakes.
Sorry for the F word, everybody, but
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
really, you're like me? I can't do
Not a
that.
fan.
Like
I was
sissy
scarred
girls.
mentally as a young child.
They're the worst animal ever. They make no noise. They can sneak up on you like a damn ninja. You know? No, I'm done with. Nope.
It's a 9.
I've been over many friends where they break out their snake and I'll go running right out the damn door.
Well, just a baby little articulating python.
I don't care what it is.
Ain't gonna hurt you. Just wants a little kiss.
Yeah, sure it does.
Yeah, a kiss and a cuddle.
Swallow my head.
Won't get past your shoulders. You'll be alright. Them jagged teeth go backwards, though.
Ouch.
Do we want to get into some maybe tips and tricks?
Absolutely.
You know,
You
I think.
ready?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man. It looks like it's time for Zippy Guns, track tricks, and track tips, y'all.
all right, we're back, and I've got another one for you. This happened to me here recently. I was having some issues with my charger and my batteries. The resistance levels inside the batteries was not reading correctly. I happened to forget my charger cord at home. I had to use my buddy Jack's charger over here, and figured out that, well, my batteries were reading just fine on his charger and his charging leads. So I thought I had a problem with my charger, so I panicked and bought a new charger. Well, come to find out, I plug in said new charger and my batteries are still reading the same way. So I make a little makeshift charging cable, because that was the only difference from what I had going on with Jack's charger. And wouldn't you just know it, that my resistance numbers were perfect, right where they needed to be. It was all because of my charging leads. So
Say what?
yes, bad charging leads. Those things go bad, folks, and it's the fastest way you can ruin a battery.
I never would have thought of that.
I never thunk it either, but
You always think of the ends of them, you know.
Yep. But not actually, going bad, right?
Right.
So, yes, your charging leads, they're a little old. Those ones I've had for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And they're bad. So, I want to check out your leads. If you, there's plenty of good options for leads out there. So, go get them. Make sure your leads are good. If your resistance numbers are not reading right on your batteries, maybe you got some bad charging cables. So that's what I got for you today for some tips and tricks. Enjoy.
Yeah, man. It looks like you got your tricks and your trips from Zippy Gone, man.
All right, guys, that's some serious stuff right there. We're not
Another
playing.
awesome segment. Thanks for
Yeah.
that tip, buddy.
You're welcome.
Because like I said, I never would have thought of that. So.
No, that's a thing, though. That's a real life thing. So kind of quick before we get winding down here, closing time here. I was just going to talk about wind gusts real quick. And some of you guys maybe might not think about when you go to an outdoor track. We've been inside for a long time, and wind gusts is a factor. Mother Nature is a factor besides rain. But wind for sure, and how it affects your car. All the way from guys racing street stocks like Joe himself over here, and then all the way from us racing late models, sprint cars, and some of those higher wing profiles, cars that have a lot more surface area. Some tracks have wind brakes, some tracks don't have wind brakes, some tracks have walls, some tracks don't have walls. That's some things you guys need to be factoring in when getting your car set up, I think. Just something to pay attention to, a little tidbit nougat there for you.
Oh, it makes a complete difference in how you drive the car.
Yeah, you got to be a little more timid in certain corners than others.
Yeah, you can't drive the same. I mean, if you're getting wind down the backstretch and you're going into 3, with the wind's pretty much carrying you halfway down, yeah, you better let off a little earlier.
Yeah, you can't be full tilt boogie.
And like what you said about the wind brakes, that's something I think as track owners, that's something that they really need to focus more on, because, these cars are little. And, I mean, if it's not that we don't want the elements to be part of it because, that's part of racing. But, I mean, if you could put up a wall on the, the side of your track that these gusts are always coming from, I mean, it just might make for better racing, a little more tighter racing and stuff like that. So, just something to think about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Oh, I got it. Ready?
Okay.
Nope. Guess not.
He doesn't have it.
I don't know. Yep. Oh, well. No.
Bueller. Did you know polar bears could eat as many as 86 penguins in a single sitting? That's a lot of penguins.
Even though they're from opposite ends, it'll never happen. But, it's just a fact. They could do that. Joe, could you do that, Joe?
What?
Could you do that, Joe? I think you're like a polar bear.
How many penguins?
86.
Whoa.
86.
86?
That's crazy.
Could I throw down 86 chickens of Antarctica?
Chickens of the Antarctica.
I don't think so. I mean, what kind of meat is that? Is that a dark meat? Is that a light meat? I don't even know what kind of meat you get from a penguin. Can you eat a penguin legally, Jay?
I don't think you can legally eat a penguin, but I bet it would be tasty.
Don't the Eskimos eat penguins?
I'm sure they can eat whatever, can't they?
That's a fun fact for the next show, I guess.
It's survival up there, man. They eat whatever they get their hands on.
Because they're legally able to kill a whale.
Yeah, I would think so.
True.
No, they are. Yeah.
True.
It's true.
There's a fun fact for you.
There you go. Boom.
Hit the buzzer.
I'm gonna let the liquor do the thing, bud.
You gotta hit the buzzer. You can't throw a zinger out there without it. Where's the sound effect?
He's on other sound effects.
Yeah, using my phone.
I'm gonna let the liquor do the thinking.
He's on a roll.
You guys are making me look dumb over here.
No, it's not against you at all.
Well, I'll know
right.
in the morning, Jugs.
Well, I'm getting goofy here. I'm getting too exotic here with my comments. So,
getting exotic.
What do you think?
Winding down.
It's the time to head to the barn so we can go racing tomorrow.
You know it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Joe, thank you so much for coming on tonight. You're our first phone guest, man. Pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
When we're Howard Stern level, we'll remember you, we promise.
Yeah.
And you'll come back on the show.
What do you mean? I'm taking us there, baby.
Oh, man. He's the Dominator.
Here he is.
He smashes little kids for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah. Oh, smash.
Kid Crusher. Crusher. That's funny.
Oh, man. Too much fun with you guys.
All right. Well, you like always, you guys got any questions, send them in to us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it. Joe, we appreciate you joining us today. Jags, as always, it's fun.
Yep, absolutely, sir. Can't wait to race with you tomorrow.
Should be a good time. Wherever you guys are taking in your travels this weekend, have fun.
Yep, good luck.
Absolutely. And try like hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no matter where you end up, give her hell.
And help somebody.
And help somebody.
There we go.
All right, guys. Good night.
Oh, serious all the time. Mind your big race team. Who cares?
This is my life. This is my life.
What? There's only one good thing about coming to these races, and that is the vibrations on the car. Oh, I love this part. This part. Oh.
Thank you for listening. Check us out on YouTube today, hit like and subscribe, and you can get all our videos and our audio podcasts in one place. If you want to just listen, go check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Music, and just about anywhere you can get a podcast. Thank you for your support.